Legend Mick Foley, and you are watching C-RadTV here, right here on YouTube. Have a nice day.
This is Cody Diener, and you are watching C-RadTV on YouTube. And just like Cody Diener, C-RadTV lives by two simple words. Just give her, yeah.
How's it going, guys? It's Rad C at a WWE Smackdown review from April 23rd. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we start off SmackDown with SmackDown Commissioner Shane McMahon coming out to the ring. Shane, of course, comes out. He also, once again, has Greg Hamilton announce him as the best in America. Again. This is just going to be a weekly thing with heel Shane. So Shane grabs the mic. Shane comes out. He says that he's here to address Roman Reigns after his actions last week. So Shane plays footage from last week in case anyone was living under a rock of Roman going out and hitting stupid man punch on Vince McMahon, mainly that specifically. So then Shane goes on and says that what Roman did to Vince last Tuesday was disgusting. What'd you expect when Roman is Vince's golden boy? When you're the golden boy, you obviously get permission to hit Vince McMahon, obviously. Like, are you new to this, Shane? Like, come on. And also, we're once again caving back into the PC culture. God damn it. So Shane goes on and says that Roman Reigns hitting Vince McMahon last Tuesday is the equivalent of desecrating or disrespecting, whatever terminology you want to use in this case, the American flag. And I think that's a bit of an over-exaggeration. So then Shane goes one further and says that Roman hitting Vince is the equivalent of defacing Mount Rushmore. Alright, Shane, now you're overhyping and over-exaggerating this. It is not that big a deal. Like, Vince usually gets hit all the time. You know, this isn't the first time Vince has got hit by a wrestler, and this sure as shit won't be the last time. Let's be real with that. So Shane goes on and debates that he's debated about firing Roman, suspending Roman, or even laying a massive fine to Roman Reigns. By the way, Shane, you'll do neither of those three because Roman is Vince's golden boy. Like, you're not gonna fire him over that punch. Let's be real. So then Shane goes on and says that they are gonna settle this right here and now and orders Roman Reigns to come out. Oh, he's ordering Roman. He's telling Roman what to do. Vince ain't gonna like that. So then boring fuckfaces music hits and then Vince's worthless piece of trash Roman Reigns comes out. Same boring entrance as before. There's a few cheers, but mostly the crowd reaction is silent again. But I think the fans have officially clued in on this. Either that or Vince is good at muting the crowd. So Roman comes in the ring. Roman grabs the mic. He brings it to his mouth and then drops it back down. Either Roman had no lines to say or Roman forgot his lines. Roman Reigns, I need time to think. Won't be surprised if Roman forgot his lines. Like, how many times has Roman forgot his lines in a promo? God damn, I lost track after 5. He's forgot his lines a number of times. So then Roman Reigns goes, he then throws the mic. Roman Reigns, I don't need mic right now, 'cause this is my yard now. So then Shane responds and then throws his mic away too. So then as Roman and Shane are about to square off, Elias comes out to try and interfere, and then Roman goes and attacks Elias. Then Shane goes in and then sneak attacks Roman from behind, getting a head start on Roman. Roman would briefly fight back. Of course Roman's gonna briefly fight back. Then Elias comes in, the numbers game comes into play. Elias and Shane beat down Roman, and then Elias finishes off by hitting the drift away on Roman Reigns. So Elias and Shane are standing tall. Well, you know, they're building Elias up to feed him to Roman. So it looks like Roman's gonna have to shovel and bury Elias. Because you know what? One burial wasn't good enough. And we have to beat the fucking dead horse again. Because Roman Reigns, John Cena buried Elias. I gotta have what Cena has. I gotta bury the same people Cena buried. Roman Reigns, because Vince gave me a golden shovel. Because, you know, Vince hands out golden shovels out the ass. We all know that. How many people... Like, I would go on a list, but you know what? We're going to talk about the golden shovel things. Oh, that's a rant for another day. So let's just go ahead and continue on. So next up, we have a one-on-one match. We have Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor versus Andrade Cien Almas. Wait a second, you're all saying Andrade's supposed to be on Monday Night Raw, right? That's what we all thought too. But when Andrade moved to Raw, Andrade's fiancée, Charlotte Flair, Charlotte Flair is engaged to Andrade. Either they're engaged or married, I'm not sure. Someone's got to correct me if I was wrong there. But either way, Charlotte was not pleased with Andrade going to Raw, and Charlotte staying on SmackDown. So Charlotte, when she whined and cried like a brat, pulled politics, and was able to get Andrade moved back to SmackDown. Well, I guess it's safe to say now, Charlotte Flair now has creative control in her contract because she was able to get Andrade back to SmackDown. Because if she didn't have it, then Andrade would still be on Raw. Wouldn't I be correct there? But anyway, back to the matchup. Highlights of the match. Andrade's springboard corkscrew dive was good, along with his pump knee in the corner. Finn's DDT was good, along with his double leg into the stomp, and Finn's enziguri was also good. Andrade's Hurricane Rana, but Finn would immediately counter it with a roll-up, which was pretty well done, too. Looked more like Finn countered midway with a sunset flip roll-up. Not bad. Finn's cannonball dive was pretty good, along with Andrade's double knees in the corner. Finn's elbow was good. After that, Selena Vega would then climb to the top rope to try and attack Finn while the ref wasn't looking. Finn would duck out of the way of Selena, and Andrade would end up catching Selena. So yeah, and then the ref noticed. So while the ref was quickly distracted by Selena, Andrade would drop Selena to the side. Finn would hit a missile drop kick into the corner on Andrade. Leading the match ending, Finn hits the coup de grace on Andrade Cien Almas. Finn Balor gets the 3 count for the win. So Selena attempted to interfere, and it completely backfired. Damn. I was expecting Selena to interfere, and it could have resulted in another Andrade win over Finn. But I guess with Andrade back on SmackDown, we can now continue the Finn Balor Andrade Cien Almas rivalry, because Andrade says he has his sights set on the Intercontinental Championship, and he wants to destroy the myth of Finn Balor. Will he be successful? We're gonna have to wait and see at Money in the Bank. So continuing on, next up we get Elias backstage. Normally I don't care for backstage segments, but this one has importance plus it's Elias. So then Elias does a quick song, and during the song Elias will go on and say that Roman should face him at Money in the Bank. And then Elias says that he'll give Roman time to think about it. And then Elias goes and he leaves with Shane McMahon in a limo. Of course, a fucking limo. So next up, we get a women's match. We get Kairi Sane versus one half of the women's tag champions, Peyton Royce of the Iconics. So before the match, the Iconics, of course, would have microphones coming out too. Iconics would go on and call and mock the Avengers. So we're gonna mock the Avengers now, and I know why. Because Avengers Endgame comes out this Friday or Thursday at midnight. And yeah, I am excited to see Avengers Endgame. Sad thing is, though, I won't really be able to see the movie till next week. Because I looked at my local movie theater. Every show this weekend for Avengers Endgame is completely sold out. Let me put perspective. All the showtimes for Friday are sold out. All the showtimes for Saturday are sold out. And all the showtimes for Sunday are sold out. And so really the next best chance I have to see the movie is maybe Wednesday. Because I'm going to be busy Monday and Tuesday. Or even Thursday. Because, fuck. Like, I'm not really going to have a chance. I want to see Avengers Endgame this weekend, but with the theaters sold out, that isn't going to happen. So, if anyone does see Avengers Endgame, please do not give me any spoilers. I don't want to hear it. And if there are any spoilers, I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear them. But anyway, let us go. Continue on. So then the Iconics go on and they call Kairi and Asuka lamos. That is fucking weak. That is weaker than Lacey Evans' Nasty's insult and Becky Lynch's weirdo and dope's insults. Fucking come up with a better fucking insult than Lamos. Like, goddamn. Well, it's a fucking PG show. What else is new? Like, come on, you're big girls. Use your fucking big girl words. It's not that hard. But anyway, continuing on to the matchup. Highlights of the match. Kairi's Dragon Screw leg whip was good along with her drop kick and her intersector. Kairi sliding deep, which is her sliding elbow in the corner. That's what she calls it now, the sliding deep. It leads to the match ending. Kairi hits the insane elbow from the top rope. Kairi gets the 3 count for the win. So once again, the Iconics look like shit in this title reign. Like, this has been a poorly booked title reign. Like, both Billy and Payne have looked extremely weak in this title reign. They've looked like weak tag champions. But they've had one successful title defense. But here's where I pump the brakes on that. That one successful title defense doesn't count because it was against local fucking jobbers. You show no skill against a fucking jobber. Local jobbers let alone. So yeah, I'm supposed to be impressed. They retain women's tag titles against fucking local jobbers. So what? That's like what? The equivalent of winning a gold medal at the Special Olympics. I was supposed to be fucking impressed by that? And no disrespect to the Special Olympics. I got nothing against people with disabilities. I got nothing against them. You know, I respect everybody no matter what race or color you are. I have respect for everybody. But anyway, continuing on. So then after the match, Absolution's music hits, and then Absolution, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville come out to have a little stare down from the stage on Kairi and Asuka, because Paige is out there with him. And Absolution looks jealous that Paige has now chosen a new tag team. Because Paige wanted to give the Iconics some real competition. Yeah, and we've seen that real competition. It makes them look weak. So then continuing on, next up we get to our next matchup. We get Jobber Mahal. Yes, Jobber Mahal is back on SmackDown as a result of the Superstar Shakeup. So yeah, SmackDown is about to become the crap show. Might as well call it Crapdown. Because it's about to be crap, because now you got Boring Fuckface and Jobber Mahal on the same show. Raw is ass. You're gonna have Alicia Fox and Fuckboy Buckethead on that show too. So yeah, 4 pieces of trash on 2 different shows each. Whoop-de-doo. So yeah, Jobber Mahal versus Chad Gable. Before the match, as Chad Gable's coming down the ramp, Lars Sullivan would come out and attack Chad Gable from behind for pre-match assault. So then after Lars is done with Chad Gable, Lars would get in the ring, Jobber Mahal would then immediately leave, and then Lars would go after both those pussy-ass Singh brothers, Samil and Samir. So Lars goes on and hits the freak accident on Samir Singh, and then Lars would follow it up with a sit-out powerbomb to Sunil Singh. So Lars laid out both Singh brothers. Well, you got 2 out of 3. Too bad you couldn't get Jobber Mahal. If you took out Jobber, you would have been doing all of us a massive favor. So then after that, R-Truth's music hits, and then R-Truth comes out. R-Truth then he goes right after Lars Sullivan. The attack is unsuccessful as Lars will go on and hit the he hits the freak accident. I almost lost words for the next segment I was going to talk about. Almost mixed it up there. But anyway, continuing on, Lars would hit the freak accident on Truth, and then he follows it up with the sit-out powerbomb on R-Truth, and Lars Sullivan stands tall. Now, is Lars Sullivan going to have a match anytime soon? Money in the Bank, maybe? Please? Like, I think it's time to see what he can do in a match on the main roster. It's like, okay, you can attack people for pre-match assaults and look strong. Now it's time for you to do something. But anyway, continuing on, next up we get a face-to-face segment. The face-to-face between Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. So we start off with Charlotte Flair coming out to the ring. Charlotte goes on, she says that she wasn't involved in the decision at WrestleMania because it was a triple threat match. So Charlotte says that Becky didn't beat her. Actually, she technically did, because in a triple threat match, first person to gain pinfall or submission wins. So yeah, even though she didn't pin you or submit you, it's still technically a win over you. A win over you. So then Becky Lynch, of course, her music comes out and Becky Lynch comes out, the Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion. Becky goes on. She says that it was a triple threat winner-take-all match at WrestleMania. And it reminds us of the rules, which I just went over a few seconds ago. So thank you, Becky. Too bad I already did that for you. So then Becky goes on and says that neither her or Ronda can do anything about Becky being both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion right now. So then Charlotte goes on and says that she's in Becky's head. What? How are you in her head? She took your title at Mania. I think it's the other way around. So then Becky goes on and mentions her countless victories over Charlotte Flair in the last 4 or 5 years, even dating back to the days of NXT. So then Charlotte goes on and then says that Becky's scared of Charlotte, and that Becky's days as the 2-belt champ, or the double champ, are numbered. Thank God Charlotte did not say champ. Because because I fucking hate when Becky referred to herself as champ. It's like, what the fuck is this? Are we trying to be fucking Bam Bam from the Flintstones? Champ! Like, what the fuck are you trying to do with that? Like, we trying to be the fucking Flintstones here? God damn it. And believe me, those fucking Flintstone WWE movies are overrated pig slop. But anyway, that's a rant for another day also. Let's just get back on topic. So then Charlotte goes on and says that she's next in line for a title opportunity after Lacey Evans. Charlotte, Lacey's going after one title, and that's the Raw Women's title. Becky doesn't have a challenger for the SmackDown Women's title. You can just be the first in line for that title. They're both not unified. There's still 2 different titles. Becky's just gonna pull double duty. So then Becky goes on and calls Charlotte a stupid dope. Remember how I said Becky was learning from the Raw review with her name calling insults? I take that back. She still learned nothing. Damn it, Becky. You were doing so well. And you fucked it up. God damn it. Well, we'll try again next week. So then Becky goes on and says that she wants new opponents and new challengers for her titles after the Superstar shakeup, but Charlotte Flair keeps pulling WWE management webs to always butt the line and end up with undeserved opportunity after opportunity. In an era where now you have to earn your opportunities and rematch clauses no longer exist. So then Bayley comes out, her music hits, Bayley comes out. So then Becky goes on and says that Bayley goes on and says that another Becky Lynch Charlotte Flair matchup would just be another rerun. Yes, it would be a rerun because we've seen this match countless times. It would just be wash, rinse, repeat. So then Bayley goes on and says that Becky has never beat her one-on-one. That is true. I don't think they've ever faced each other one-on-one. They might have actually in NXT. But on the main roster, they haven't. Yet. So then Charlotte goes and tells Bayley to get to the back of the line. So then Bayley tells Charlotte to step aside and actually earn an opportunity instead of having it handed to her. Sick burn. Because Charlotte has gotten a lot of opportunities handed to her. Well, then again, Charlotte's a heel, so it's sort of expected. But yeah, you know what actually would have made that a lot better? If Bayley went on and said, bitch, what line? But that would also be a double-edged sword because Sasha already said that to Nia Jax back in January. When they were deciding who would face Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's title at the Royal Rumble. So yeah, I guess, Bayley has to find a new insult there, since Sasha already said bitch what line. And plus that wouldn't be PG, because Sasha did sort of get in trouble for that. Because I think that was unscripted. So then Charlotte goes on and then demands Bayley to go to the back of the line. It ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen, Charlotte. She ain't going to the back. So then Bayley goes and slaps the microphone out of Charlotte's hand. And then we go to commercial break. So then once we get back from commercial break, we get an impromptu one-on-one number one contenders matchup between Bayley and Charlotte Flair. The winner will get an opportunity at Becky Lynch's SmackDown Women's Championship. So to the matchup, highlights of the match. Bayley shoved that would have Charlotte land on her ass. I'm not sure what the fuck you called it. I think that was a botch. I think Charlotte was not supposed to go down from that. So I guess we could call that a Charlotte botch, because she tripped over herself and ended up on her ass. I don't know, take your pick on that. Bayley's sliding drop kick through the corner was pretty good. Charlotte's neckbreaker was also good, along with Bayley's springboard crossbody. Charlotte's knee drop was good, along with her big boot. Charlotte would go for a moonsault from the top rope. Bayley would roll out of the way, and when Charlotte lands on the mat, she would botch the landing and fall down and land on top of Bayley's leg. In other words, ow, my legs. I sadly don't have that SpongeBob sound effect. I'll try and get it next time, though. I'll get it next time. I'll get a next review, folks. So yeah, we have another Charlotte botch. That's 2 botches. Bayley's belly to back suplex is good too, along with her sunset flip into the corner. Her sunset flip toss into the corner. Sorry, I had to correct the terminology there. Leads to the match ending. Charlotte would hit Bayley with a spear, and Charlotte gets the 3 count for the win. Huh. I've never seen really Charlotte win with a spear. That's weird. Usually Charlotte wins with either the figure 8 or the natural selection, but she's never really won with a spear. That's weird. But Charlotte Flair gets another SmackDown Women's title opportunity. At least this time we can say she earned the opportunity, because she actually had to win a match to earn it, instead of have it handed to her. Yeah, but it has been announced that Becky Lynch will be defending the SmackDown Women's title against Charlotte Flair at Money in the Bank. So Becky Lynch is pulling double duty. She has to defend the Raw Women's title against Lacey Evans, and she has to defend the SmackDown Women's title against Charlotte Flair. Because that's what we need right now. Another Becky Lynch-Charlotte Flair matchup. Whoop-de-doo. So then, before we get to our main event, we then aired the segment known as the Firefly Funhouse. Bray Wyatt's new shitty gimmick, so it's the fucking Blue's Clues, Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure shit show. I've said it on the Raw review, I fucking hate the gimmick. Bray Wyatt fucking deserves better. Vince McMahon has killed Bray Wyatt once and for all. Rest in peace, my hopes and dreams. And to think Bray Wyatt was gonna win a fucking match at WrestleMania this year. Fuck. Well, he didn't even compete at Mania, so that's even worse. And of course, this one we were introduced to him on Raw, but we're also introduced once again on SmackDown to his 2 new puppets, which are Penny Witch the doll and Mercy the Buzzard Muppet. Mercy the Buzzard, he looks like a fucking Muppet. And Penny the Witch is a fucking doll. Fucking ventriloquist dummy you'd see off fucking Jeff Dunham. Like, god damn, I fucking hate this fucking Bray Wyatt gimmick. Looks like ass. Prove me wrong, WWE. Prove me wrong. Make me eat a gigantic bag of shit. But then again, it's usually been using the giant bag of shit and not me. It's supposed to be the other way around. I'm supposed to be eating the shit, not use. But anyway, let's just go ahead and jump into our main event. So our main event, we have WWE Champion Kofi Kingston versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Kofi, of course, accompanied by New Day's Xavier Woods and Kevin Owens, a.k.a. Big O. And Shinsuke is accompanied by Rusev and Lana. Honestly, I fucking hate Kevin Owens being an honorary member of the New Day. I fucking hate Big O. Kevin Owens deserves fucking better than this shit. But anyway, let's get to the matchup. So, highlights of the match. Shinsuke's strikes are pretty good, along with Kofi's springboard splash and his frog splash. Shinsuke's need to intercept the suicide dive from Kofi was pretty good. Very good, counting and timing. Pretty good there. Shinsuke's sliding knee kick was good, along with Kofi's flip through the ropes. I'm not sure. What the fuck did I write there? Kofi's flip through the ropes, I guess. Fuck, I'm not sure. But yeah, continuing on though. Kofi's dropkick was good along with Shinsuke snap German off the rope. It was also, he was running and slotting. That was actually pretty good and unique. I give Shinsuke massive kudos for that. Kofi's double stomp was good. Match ending, Kofi would hit the SOS on Shinsuke. As Kofi goes for the count, Rusev comes in the ring and attacks Kofi Kingston, forcing the DQ. So Kofi Kingston was going to win this match regardless. So then after the match, Rusev goes and attacks Kofi for post-match assault. Kevin Owens and Xavier Woods then come from near a custom announce table full of pancakes. Yes, the fucking pancakes. You can't have New Day without those fucking pancakes. But Kevin and Xavier come into the ring. They come to the aid of Kofi Kingston and clear the ring of Kofi and of Shinsuke and Rusev. They take Rusev out. Shinsuke goes. He hits the Kinshasa on Xavier. Kofi goes. He hits the Trouble in Paradise on Shinsuke Nakamura. And then Kevin Owens goes and attacks Kofi Kingston with a super kick. Well, speak of the devil. Once I said Kevin Owens deserves better than the New Day, Kevin Owens goes back and turns heel again. Man, I'm a goddamn psychic. I fucking called that shit, huh? I fucking called that shit. Damn, that was some good timing. Fuck, irony. As soon as I said Kevin deserves better than that, better than New Day, Kevin turns heel. So it's back to the Kevin Owens show. So Kevin then goes after attacking Kofi outside the ring, throwing him in the barricade and back in the ring. Kevin goes, he grabs the WWE title. Kevin then poses with the WWE title on top of Kofi. Kofi would get right back up and fight back. Kevin would then regain control. He'd throw Kofi back outside the ring. Xavier would then hit a drop kick through the ropes to prevent an apron powerbomb to Kofi Kingston. Kevin would then lay Xavier Woods out. And then Kevin Owens finishes this off by hitting an apron powerbomb onto Xavier Woods, and Kevin stands tall from the ramp. But Kevin Owens is once again a heel. How about that? And that's how we end SmackDown. So SmackDown, to be honest, it was actually a lot better show than Raw this week. So yeah, really good show. Actually not that bad of a show this week. Raw, pretty okay. I'll go 5 out of 10 on SmackDown. Like, it was pretty okay. Like, it wasn't a terrible show, that's for sure. But yeah, 5 out of 10. Kevin Owens is a heel once again. And I guess this means we're setting up for Kevin Owens versus Kofi Kingston at Money in the Bank. Well, more than likely, that's what we're setting up for. But yeah, will Kofi get to actually have a successful title defense? Or is Kofi just going to drop the belt immediately to Kevin Owens? I honestly want Kofi to hold on to the belt for one more pay-per-view. Honestly, I want him to hold on to the belt till like July, at least have him hold it for a couple months, and then have him drop it to Kevin Owens. Maybe have Kevin chase the title, like have Kofi win off some stupid bullshit at Money in the Bank. But that's my opinion on it, is what it is. But yeah, that's all I gotta say for the SmackDown review. But yeah, Money in the Bank gonna be a couple weeks away, and next week on Raw, you'll know the Raw participants in the men's and women's Money in the Bank ladder matches. But yeah, we'll go talk about that next week. But anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope everyone's a great day, and yeah, peace out.